So this is Alex. Hi.
Hi.
I'm just looking and actually marveling over your BIA, and just the results thus far in our program. You lost 28 pounds of pure fat, over 40 pounds of weight altogether. And the other thing I was marveling at is you lost over 2 liters of inflammation in the extracellular fluid. So that means all that inflammation that inhibits hormones, inflammation that causes brain fog, inflammation that can cause diabetes, inflammation that can lead to cancer, stroke, and heart attack. You've reduced that significantly. So that's just really awesome to see. I mean, the proof is in the pudding right there. And like we're showing this, just think about this. You lost 28 of these things in just, couple months. So
That's a lot.
how does that make you feel so far?
I definitely feel like I have more energy, and I've said to Alex a couple of times, I get pretty bad menstrual symptoms like back pain and all that, and as long as I eat plenty of vegetables and basically follow the rest of the diet, I haven't had any symptoms whatsoever. But there have been a couple, and I know that that's true because there was one week where I stayed with my family and I didn't really eat very many vegetables, but I just ate everything out, ate lots of chicken, and I got horrible back pain the next time I had my period, and so I was like, oh, well, I guess the diet is really doing more than just losing the weight.
The diet is an anti-inflammatory program,
Yeah.
so that's why the way we were designed to live was designed to eat mostly a plant-based.
Yeah.
And how hard have you found it to be to follow the program?
In the beginning, probably the first 6 weeks was just like getting used to it and eating different stuff. It was just more like getting used to than it was hard. And there were a couple times where it was upsetting because it's like, oh, you're on that. It's like this mentality of being on a diet.
Right.
But at this point, it's like when I finally started to see, I was losing on average 3 to 4 pounds a week consistently for the first several weeks. I was like, oh, well, this is really working. So it was less discouraging as I saw the progress, and then it's just finding things that I like so that it's not as hard instead of just because if you're just eating plain spinach for every meal, then it gets depressing and you're just like, all I'm eating is grass.
Right.
But if finding ways to spice it up was really what worked for me. But other than that, it wasn't difficult. It was just finding ways to keep it interesting.
Again, the whole point of what you're doing and what you're learning is, and I hope you're getting this, and this is a learning process for the rest of your life, is that if you're feeding the body the nutrients that it needs, it doesn't need extra calories, right?
Yeah.
So if you're eating 10,000 calories and eating Big Macs all day long, it's a ton of calories, but you're still starving on the inside because your body needs a certain nutrient quota. So now you're giving the body all the nutrients it desires, so therefore it doesn't feel like it needs to have more calories.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel hungry. I mean, because you're basically eating every 2 hours, even if it's an apple and a handful of nuts or something, and then I have lunch, a couple hours later. So I never felt like I was being deprived, and that's, I feel like, with other diets that I've tried, that's basically what I struggle with the most, feeling hungry.
All diets are based on calorie restrictions, based on hormone changes. So this last question, because there's a lot of people who go, gosh, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
What can you say to people that were who's looking at this video right now, who are probably sitting in my lecture going, it sounds good, but there's no way I can lose 28 pounds of pure fat. How could you encourage them?
It's really just if you ask your doctor, whoever you're working with, lots of suggestions. I talk to Alex every week about, hey, I'm thinking of trying this. What do you think? I found all these different ways to make things I like. We talk about alternatives to things that you like, so it's not like you can never have that ever again. It's let's try to make it a different way and see if you like it. And really, if you follow it, for me, following it long enough to see progress was what kept me going.
Perfect.
So you just have to take the step to try it, and if that doesn't work, then try something else, because it's about finding which plan works for you.
Awesome. Thank you for being a success.
Thank you.
And I'm sure it's going to be continued for you. So it's a lifelong thing.
Thank you.
So you're awesome. Thank you.